Hi everyone. In my today's session, I would like to discuss the examples on projections of the planes. In continuation to my previous session, in this session, I'm going to discuss the problems on projections of the planes, examples uh, on the set square. One of the plane is set square. The second example is pentagonal surface, and the third example is circular surface. These three cases I'm going to discuss in this session, and these three surfaces are making some angle with the reference plane, and as well as it is having some inclination, and one of the edge of the set square or pentagonal surface is making some angle with the reference plane. Even in the case of circular surface also, the diameter is going to make some angle with the reference plane. In these three cases, I would like to discuss in this session. Now let me move further to take an example of set square. I read out the problem now. A set square of 30 to 60 degrees set square of longest side 100 mm long is in vertical plane and 30 degrees inclined to horizontal plane, while its surface is 45 degrees inclined to VP. Draw the projections. This is exactly the problem. A set square of 30 degrees and 60 degrees, and its longest side 100 mm long is in vertical plane and 30 degrees inclined to HP. The longest side is 30 degrees inclined to HP, and the surface of this set square is 45 degrees inclined to VP. This is what the condition. Then first read out the conditions. In the given problem, the surface is inclined to vertical plane. As you can see here, the surface is 45 degrees inclined to vertical plane. So the initial position is that the total surface is parallel to vertical plane. This is what the first assumption we need to assume. Then uh, the true shape we will get in the front view on the vertical plane. The front view will be the true shape of the set square, because the surface is parallel to vertical plane, so that the true shape we will get on the vertical plane or in the front view. Then which side will be vertical? The longest side is the vertical. This is also mentioned in the problem, which is on the vertical plane. So this is also given to us. The longest side, the 100 mm long, is on the vertical plane and it is making 30 degrees to HP. The surface of this set square is making 45 degrees to VP. Initially, we need to assume that the set square is parallel to VP. Then we have to project the front view and top view. Normally, assuming that the set square surface is parallel to vertical plane, in that case we will get the front view is true shape. Then we have to twist this set square into 30 degrees inclined. The longest side we need to twist to 30 degrees. Then we have to twist the surface of this set square to 45 degrees to VP. In these three steps, we have to complete the problem. Now, begin with the front view. Take an XY line, then construct the front view. Because the longest side is vertical. The longest side is a vertical line. Then it is 100 mm long. Draw a perpendicular line of 100 mm long. Then construct, assume that it is A dash, B dash, and C dash, this will be the true shape of the set square with 30 degrees and 60 degrees. Draw a vertical line of 100 mm long, then draw a 60 degrees line for one side and 30 degrees for one side, and both the lines will intersect at one point, and name that point as C dash. This I am naming as A dash, this I am naming as B dash, and this I am naming as C dash. Then this is exactly the true shape of the set square when it is parallel to vertical plane. Then when we see this from the top, project these points down, project this A dash, B dash and C dash below the XY line, and draw the horizontal line, which will be the top view of this set square. That means when we see from the top, when it is when this set square is parallel to VP, when we see from the top, it looks like a line like this. Then name all those points, A dash, B dash here, and this will become AB. Top view indication will be AB, and the front view will be the A dash, B dash. Then it will be C. So when the surface is parallel to VP, we have drawn the front view, which is the true shape. Then top view, we will get a straight line or a horizontal line parallel to XY line. Then draw a 45 degrees line. Then surface is inclined to VP. So now as you can see here, surface is 45 degrees inclined to VP. Draw a 45 degrees line to XY line. Then and take a point, assume this point as A, B. This is exactly the point where I am assuming. I am twisting this set square to 45 degrees with VP exactly. The same shape, the same AB and C, I am twisting to 45 degrees. Then name all those points A, B and C. Same shape we will get here, but here it is a horizontal line, but here it is an inclined line of 45 degrees with vertical plane. Now you project these points up, then from the true shape project A dash and A from the 45 degrees inclined set square with vertical plane. You will get a point here, then B and B dash, C and C dash you will get here, C and C dash you will get here. So first point, second point, and you will get a third point. So this point and this point, join these points, we will get the shape of the set square when it is 45 degrees to vertical plane, and name those points as A1 dash, B1 dash and C1 dash. Now the other condition to this problem is the longest side is making 30 degrees inclined to HP. Now draw a inclined line 30 degrees to HP, and this is what the 30 degrees inclined line. Then take the compass and take A dash, A1 dash and B1 dash in the compass. Then take from a convenient point on this 30 degrees line, locate a point here. So if you take this as B1 dash, then it will become A1 dash. Then take B1 C1 as radius and B1 dash as center. Draw an arc here. Then A1 dash C1 dash as radius with A1 dash as radius intersect the previous arc. You will get an intersection point. Then all these points you will get the true shape. You will get the shape of the set square when the longest edge is 30 degrees to the horizontal plane. Then this will become A1 dash, B1 dash and C1 dash. Then you project these points down. A1 dash A, we will get one point here. Then C1 dash C, C1 dash and C. Then B and B1 dash we will get here. B1 dash and B we will get here. Totally we have 3 points here. So C, C1 dash, A1 dash, B, B1 dash. Now join all those points to get the shape when the set square longest edge is making 30 degrees with the horizontal. The first case is the surface of this set square is 45 degrees to vertical plane, and the other condition needs to satisfy is the longest edge is 30 degrees with the horizontal. Both the cases we have adopted and drawn the projections for the set square when the set square is making 45 degrees with the vertical and the longest edge is 30 degrees with the horizontal. This is what the projections of the set square. Then let me move further to take one more example. In this case, now you can see here the same example I'm considering. Then 30 degrees, 60 degrees set square of longest side, 100 mm long is in vertical plane, same thing as in the previous case, and its surface is 45 degrees inclined to VP. In the previous problem also, it is 45 degrees inclined to VP. One end of the longest edge is 10 mm and other end is 35 mm above the HP. That means instead of making the longest edge 30 degrees angle in the previous problem, but in this case, the longest edge, one end of the longest edge is 10 mm above the HP and the other end is 35 mm above the HP. The longest side, the one end of the longest edge is 10 mm and 35 mm respectively above the HP. This is what the condition. Now sort out the conditions given in the problem. The surface is inclined to VP. So initially we need to assume that uh, the set square is parallel to VP. Then we have to draw the true shape. The true shape we will get in the front view. Then we need to take the condition. The longest side will be the vertical. That is also given in the problem. Then begin our projections drawing the front view, because here the vertical plane, the surface is parallel to the vertical plane, so that we will get the true shape as the front view. Draw the XY line, then draw the true shape in front view and draw a 100 mm vertical line because the longest edge is in VP, so that draw a vertical line of 100 mm length. Then take the compass and one end of this longest side of this set square as center, one end of this as center, take the compass, otherwise draw a 30 degrees line from this edge, draw a 30 degrees line, then draw a 60 degrees from the other edge, and both will intersect at this location, and name the points as A dash, B dash and C dash. Because we're drawing front view first, the notations of the front view will be the dashes A dash, B dash and C dash. Now project all these points down, B dash, A dash and C dash. Draw the horizontal line and name those points as A, B and C. That means the first step, we are assumed that we have drawn the projections of the set square when the longest edge is on the vertical plane and the set square is parallel to VP. In this step, we have assumed like this, then we have drawn the projections. The front view will be the true shape and top view will be the straight line. By projecting the points of the front view, we will get a straight line here. It is a horizontal line. Now, the second assumption, in the second step, we need to the VP and its surface is 45 degrees inclined to VP. This is what the second step. Initially, we have assumed that the surface is parallel to VP. We have drawn the true shape, then front view and top view we have drawn. Then in continuation to the first step, we have to assume that this set square surface is making 45 degrees inclination at angle with the vertical plane. Draw an inclined line of 45 degrees with XY line. Then indicate the points A, B at this location, then C at this location. Same thing when the surface is parallel to VP, when you see from the top, it looks like a horizontal line. And I'm twisting this surface to 45 degrees with VP. Just I'm twisting this surface to 45 degrees. Then I project A, B, and C upwards like this. Then project A dash, C dash, and B dash. A dash, A, you will get 1 point here. Then B dash, B, we will get 1 point here. C dash and C, we will get 1 more point here, and join those points to get the top view of the set square when the set square is making 45 degrees with vertical plane. As you can see here, I am naming these points as A1 dash, B1 dash, and C1 dash. Up to here, the previous problem and this problem is same. But now the difference is that the longest edge, one end of the longest edge is 10 mm and 35 mm above the HP. This is what the condition. Then draw a line or locate a point from the XY line, which is at a distance of 35 mm. Then locate another point, which is at a distance of 10 mm from the XY line like this. Then join these 2 points. This will be the longest edge. One end of the longest edge is 35 mm above the 35 mm above the HP and 10 mm above the HP. One end is 35 mm above HP and the other end is 10 mm above the HP. Then take the compass. And name these points as A dash, and this will become our B dash. Take the compass and take B dash, C dash as radius with B dash as center. Get a curve here and A dash, C dash as radius with A dash as center. Intersect the previous curve to get an intersection point here. Then join this point and name all those points as A, B dash and C dash. I repeat that to get the C point, C1 dash point, take the compass with B1 as center, B dash, B1 dash, C1 dash as radius with B1 dash as center, and get the curve here. Draw an arc here with A1 dash, C1 dash as radius, then A1 dash as radius, A1 dash as center, intersect the previous arc. Then you will get the C1 dash. Then join these 3 points to get the top view when the set square is, when the longest edge of the set square, one end of the longest edge is 35 mm above the HP and the other end is 10 mm above the HP. One end is 35 and the other end is 10 mm above the HP. This is what the top view. Now then project these points to get the top view. Project A1 dash, project C1 dash, project B1 dash, then project the top view of the step 2 like this. A1 dash and A, we will get 1 point here and I am naming this as A1. Then B1 dash and B, we will get 1 more point here. I am naming this as B1. C1 dash and C, we will get another point here. Join A1, B1 and C1 to get the top view when the longest edge of the set square is 35 and 10 mm above the HP. This is the another case of the set square. Now let me move further to see another problem. I read out the problem. A rectangular pentagon of 30 mm side is resting on HP. On one of its side with its surface 45 degrees inclined to HP. Draw its projections when the side is in HP, makes 30 degrees angle with VP. In this case, the surface is inclined to horizontal plane. As you can see here, a rectangle, a regular pentagon of 30 mm size side is resting on HP. It's a pentagon of side 30 mm is resting on HP on one of its sides with its surface 45 degrees inclined to HP. That means the surface is inclined to 45 degrees with HP. The side is 30 degrees, 30 mm. The side is 30 mm. Then draw its projection when the side in HP makes an angle 30 degrees with VP. These are the two conditions that we need to assume. The plane is 45 degrees inclined to HP and one side of the pentagon is making 30 degrees with VP. These are the two conditions we need to assume and draw the projections. Then these are the assumptions. I sort out the assumptions once again. Surface is inclined to horizontal plane as I read just now. Then initial position is that the surface is parallel to HP. That means we need to draw the top view first, assuming that the pentagon is parallel to the horizontal plane. Then draw the true shape, which is in the top view. Then this side will be vertical to any side. Okay, then let me move further, draw an XY line. Then draw the top view first because we are assumed that the regular pentagon, the pentagon of side 30 mm is parallel to horizontal plane initially. We need to assume that the pentagon is parallel to horizontal plane. Then draw the true shape. One edge of this pentagon is perpendicular to the vertical plane like this. Then after drawing the pentagon, as you are aware that drawing the pentagon, draw a vertical line of side, then take the 108 degrees, then draw this line, then and take 108, then draw this line, take the compass 30 mm in our compass, draw an arc and draw an arc here from this point, and from this point we will get the final point and join these 2 points also. So after getting, so we have constructed a pentagon of side 30 mm and one side is perpendicular to the vertical plane like this. Then project these points and name all those points as A, B, C, D and E. Then project these points top because the surface is parallel to HP. The surface is parallel to HP. The top view is the true shape. The front view is a line like this. So when you see the pentagon from the front, it looks like a horizontal line like this. Then name those points as A dash, B dash, then C dash, E dash, then D dash like this. Then the other condition is that the surface is 45 degrees inclined to HP. Then draw an inclined line at an angle of 45 degrees above XY line like this. This is at an angle of 45 degrees. Then take the compass, locate this C dash, E dash on this inclined line. Take the compass exactly at the given distances, at the located distances, at the obtained distances. Take the compass and take A dash and B dash as center, locate C dash, E dash, we will get here. Then after locate D dash by taking compass and with A dash, B dash as center, get D dash point here. Then project these points down, A dash, B dash, C dash, E dash, then D dash. Then draw the horizontal lines from the top view from the first step. Assumed that the surface is parallel to the HP. Then draw the horizontal lines from the top view. From the step 1, E and E, we will get one point here. Then A and A, we will get one more point here. Then B and B, we will get here. Then join all those points to get the top view when the pentagon is inclined at 45 degrees with HP. Then the other condition in this problem is that the when the side one of the side of this pentagon makes an angle 30 degrees with VP, draw an inclined line below the XY line at an angle of 30 degrees. Draw an inclined line at an angle of 30 degrees below the XY line like this. Then exactly take 30 mm in the compass and locate one side, and after that take the compass and locate all these points exactly at an angle of 30 degrees on this 30 degrees line. The shape of the pentagon when it is at an angle of 45 degrees with the horizontal is same as that of the when one side of the pentagon is 30 degrees with vertical plane. The same shape we will get, but this shape is twisted to 30 degrees with the vertical plane. That's all. I repeat this, draw an inclined line at an angle of 30 degrees below the XY line. Then take the compass and locate one side on this line, on the inclined line. Then take the compass and name these points as AB or BC. Now you take this A dash B dash, same thing, A dash B dash here. Then take compass, A1, E1 as radius. Then take A1 as center, get one arc here. Then B1 as center, draw an arc here. Otherwise, take 108 degrees from the 30 degrees line, draw a line here, construction line, draw a construction line here on which you locate 30 mm, and on this line also you locate 30 mm. Then take the compass from the end of this 108 degrees line at 30 degrees at 30 mm, draw an arc here, and with C1 as center, draw an arc here. We will get one intersection point here, then join these 2 points to complete this point as D1. Then project all these points to get the front view when one edge is 30 degrees with the vertical plane, and project all these points in the front view of this step 2 and top view of this step 3. Then get the points and join all those points to get the top view when one side of the pentagon is 30 degrees with the vertical plane, and name all those points as A1 dash, B1 dash, C1 dash, and D1 dash. Then let me move further to see another example. In this case also I am assuming the pentagon 30 mm side is resting on HP. One of its side, while its opposite vertex is 30 mm above the HP. So one of the side of the pentagon is 30 mm above the HP. Draw the projections when side in HP is 30 degrees inclined to VP. These are the conditions. So now let us sort out the assumptions first and the given data in first. The surface is inclined to the horizontal plane, obvious, that is given in the problem. Then the assumptions for the initial position is that because it is making an angle 30 degrees, uh, 30 degrees side in side is in HP with 30 degrees. Okay, so assumption for the initial position is parallel to HP. Similarly, then the other condition is the true shape we will get in the top view, because the pentagon is making some angle with HP. So the pentagon is inclined to HP. The initial step we need to assume is that the pentagon is parallel to horizontal plane. Then we have to draw the top view first to get the true shape. Draw an XY line first, then draw the true shape, because in this case the pentagon is inclined to horizontal plane, so that in the initial step we need to assume that the pentagon is parallel to horizontal plane. Then draw the true shape of the pentagon like this, then name all those points. Make sure that one edge of this pentagon is perpendicular to the vertical plane. Then name all those the points of the pentagon as A, B, C, D, E like this. Then project all those points on the XY line. Then join these projected lines to get A dash, B dash, D dash and C dash, E dash, which will be the front view of the pentagon, and this will be the true shape of the pentagon and top view. Now let me take, because as you can see, in the second step, I am proceeding first now, is given that one of its side, while it is opposite vertex, is 30 degrees from HP. So one edge is of the pentagon is 30 degrees from HP. So I'm locating one point that is 30 mm, sorry. So one of the edge of the pentagon is 30 mm above the HP. I'm locating the point 30 mm above the HP. Then draw an inclined line, which is as 30 degrees. Otherwise, locate the point 30 mm point and project this point. Then from the XY line, join this point. That will become D point. Because in this problem is given the top end of the pentagon is 30 mm above the XY line. That is what the condition given. Then I'm located at 30 mm point above the XY line. At that distance, I have located D dash point. So we don't have angle here. This is only the given condition. The top point, the other end of the pentagon, is 30 mm above the XY line. Okay, so after locating 30 mm above the XY line, that will become our D dash. Then take the compass, locate C dash and E dash on this line. Then project these points down. Then this will become A dash, B dash, A dash downwards, A. Okay, then B dash, B we will get here. Okay, B dash and B we will get here. Then similarly, project these points C dash and C we will get here. Then E and E we will get here, and D we will get here. So this will become our A1, B1, C1, D1 and E1. Then the previous problem, the difference between previous problem and this problem is that in the previous problem, the pentagon is making some angle with the horizontal, that is 45 degrees with the horizontal. But whereas in this case, one end of the pentagon is at a height of 30 mm from the horizontal plane. That is what is given. So I have located the top point of this pentagon at an at a distance of 30 mm from the vertical plane, or sorry, from the horizontal plane. So at a height of 30 mm, then take the compass, locate C dash, E dash, then B dash, A dash, like this. Then project all these points down, then project the points from the true shape to get the top view when the pentagon is at a height of 30 mm from the horizontal plane, like this. Now the other condition is that draw the projections when the side on HP is 30 degrees inclined to VP. In the second step, we have drawn front view and top view when the other end of this pentagon is 30 mm above the HP. We have drawn. Then the other condition in this problem is to satisfy is that the pentagon, the one end of the pentagon is at an angle of 30 degrees to the VP. Draw an inclined line at an angle of 30 degrees. Take the compass and take the length A1 B1 and locate A1 B1 on this. Then take the compass and transfer all these heights and take A1 as center. Okay, then locate E1, then locate C1, then take C1 as center, locate D1, and with E1 as center, we will get an intersection point to get D1. This is how we can get the top view when one edge of the pentagon is making an angle 30 degrees with the vertical. Now to get the front view, project all these points top like this, then project the points in the front view of the second step to get the intersection points for the front view of the third condition, and name all those points as A1 dash, B1 dash, C1 dash, D1 dash, E1 dash, and join all those points to get the front view when one end of the pentagon is making an angle 30 degrees with the vertical. In the first step, we have drawn, assuming that the pentagon is parallel to HP, so that we are started drawing the true shape. That means top view. We have drawn the first step. Then the front view, we will get the horizontal line like this by projecting all these points from the top view. Then the condition given in this problem is one end of the pentagon is at a height of 30 mm from the horizontal plane. Locate the 30 mm point from the horizontal plane. Then name that point as D1. Then locate the points C1, E1 by using the compass on this line. This will become the front view when the pentagon is at a height of, one end of the pentagon is at a height of 30 mm from the horizontal plane. Then project all the points from the front view when one end is at a height of 30 mm from the horizontal plane. Then draw the horizontal lines from the true shape to get the intersection points for the top view when one end is at a height of 30 mm from the HP. Now, the other condition given in this problem is one end of this pentagon is making an angle 30 degrees with vertical plane. Draw a line at an angle of 30 degrees. Then take the compass, take A1, B1 length and locate that height, or transfer this height, or locate the side A1, B1 on the inclined line at an angle of 30 degrees. Then locate E1, D1, C1 and B1 at an angle of 30 degrees from vertical plane. Then project these points A1, B1, C1 and D1, E1 to get the front view when one end is at an angle of 30 degrees with VP. To get the intersection points, project the step 2 front view points and step 3 top view points to get the intersection points. Join all those points to get the front view when one end is at an angle of 30 degrees with VP. This is how we have drawn the as per the conditions. Now I am taking one more problem here. A circle of 50 mm diameter is resting on HP, and end A of its diameter AC, which is 30 degrees inclined to HP, while its top view is 45 degrees inclined to VP. Draw the projections. Now I read out the problem once again. A circle of 50 mm diameter is resting on HP on end A of its diameter AC. The diameter is AC, and uh, point A is resting on HP with 30 degrees inclined to HP. Okay, so this circular surface is at an angle of 30 degrees to HP, while its top view is 45 degrees inclined to VP. So the first step, we have to assume that the surface is parallel to HP, because the surface is making an angle of 30 degrees with HP. So that we need to assume that the surface is parallel to HP. Then this is what the initial position, and draw the true shape first. The top view will be the true shape. Then the diameter, twist the diameter of this circle and locate AC on the top view. Then twist the diameter at an angle of 30 degrees with HP. Then draw the projections. Then its top view makes an angle of 45 degrees with VP. This is what the third step. Now draw the true shape first with a given diameter, that is 50 mm, and name these points as AC, ABCD. Then project these points to the XY line and get A dash, B dash, D dash, and C dash, and this will be the front view, this will be the top view. Top view will be the true shape, because the circular surface is parallel to HP, so that we will get the true shape in top view. When you see this circular surface from the front, when it is parallel to HP, we will get a horizontal line like this. Now in this problem, the second condition is this horizontal plane, circular plane, is making an angle 30 degrees with HP. Draw an inclined line at an angle of 30 degrees with XY line above the XY line. Then locate the points A dash, B dash, C dash, and D dash by using the compass. Get all those points to the 30 degrees angular line by using the compass. After locating the points on the front view of the plane, which is at an angle of 30 degrees to the HP, then project all those points from the front view of the plane at an angle of 30 degrees, then project the points from the true shape to get the intersection points. Name all those points as A1, B1, C1, and D1. Join those points as a smooth curve to get the top view of the circular plane when it is at an angle of 30 degrees with HP. Now the other condition in this problem is, that will be the third step. This circular plane is making an angle 30 degrees with HP, and while HP, its top view is 45 degrees inclined to VP. So the top view is also making an angle. This top view is also making an angle 45 degrees to VP. So draw an inclined line at an angle of, first draw an inclined line at an angle of 45 degrees first. So this line is at an angle of 45 degrees. Then take a point, and that will become A1. Then take the compass, locate D1, B1, and C1. Then join all those points as a smooth curve to get the circular plane at an angle of 45 degrees with vertical plane. Then project all those points from the third case, which is the top view is at an angle of 45 degrees, and project the points from the front view in the second condition and project all those points to get A1 dash, B1 dash, C1 dash and D1 dash. Join all those points as a smooth curve to get the front view of the circular plane when the top view is making an angle of 45 degrees with vertical plane. So first we have drawn the true shape, then front view, then we are twisted this top view to the 30 degrees angle, then we are twisted this plane, horizontal plane to 30 degrees with HP. Then for that we have drawn the top view by projecting the points from the true shape and as well as the 30 degrees inclined plane of the front view. Then the third step is the top view is making an angle 45 degrees with vertical plane. Then locate all these points at an angle of 45 degrees with VP. Then project these points from the inclined plane. Then project the points from the front view of the second case. Then get the points to get the front view when the plane is at an angle of 45 degrees with VP. This is how we have drawn the front view and top view with the given conditions for the circular plane. So in this session we have seen the projections of the circular plane when it is making some angle with the reference planes, and the top view is also making some angle with the reference planes. So that we have drawn. Then we are also seeing that in the previous problem, pentagonal surface we have drawn the top view and front view, and one end of the pentagonal surface is at a certain height from the horizontal plane, and one edge of the pentagonal surface is making an angle, certain angle with the vertical plane. With these two conditions, we have drawn the projections of the pentagonal surface. Now, we are also seeing that when the pentagonal surface is making an angle, certain angle with the horizontal plane, and one edge is making an angle with the vertical plane. That also we have seen. Then in this session, we are also covered the set square projections. One end of the long edge of the set square is in the vertical plane, which is making some angle, and this set square surface is making some angle with the vertical plane. Similarly, the ends of this long edge is at a certain height from the horizontal plane. In that case also, we are projected the views of the set square. Then we are also projected the views of the set square when the set square is making some angle with the vertical plane, and similarly the longest edge of the set square is making some angle with the horizontal plane. With these two conditions also, we have drawn the projections of the set square. So with this I close the session, and in the next session I will discuss the few more problems in this projections of the planes. So thank you. I will close the session now. Thank you one and all. Thank you.